The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of one of Bucklebomb's famous bracket shows. These are great because, you know, of course, we have to talk about something besides wrestling. You know, we've done video games, we've done chip flavors, we've done comics, we've done best TV show, I believe.
Yeah.
Best toy, that was a great one. Today, we bring to you the best character battle. Everyone's got their own definition of what the best character is. We got three of us here. We're going to discuss it out. We have 96 different video game characters. And I guarantee you in the next hour and a half as we go along, we'll probably think about 5 or 10 that we left off that we should have brought on.
Yeah, if at that, might get more.
Yeah. So joining me today is a bracket show veteran, Mr. DMC, the Grizz, Daniel McGee. How are you?
Very good. I had a good nap today. I think this is a particularly difficult list to make. Same with the toys. I mean, they're all really like ultimately. Even chips was hard, you know. Like it's really kind of. But we have kind of a unique advantage for this conversation because we've been around for the entire existence of basically all video games for the most part.
We've all been around since at least the Atari days.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so like. A part of me kept thinking maybe we should have broken this up into like arcade bracket and then like Nintendo Sega bracket and then PlayStation Xbox bracket or something like that. But you know what? It's just a lot of fucking work. Let's get in there. We got a good list. 96 is a great place to start. And let's figure it out.
Let's work on it.
Yes. And also joining us, you know him from multiple outlets. The one, the only, the JFB.
Hey. I am the only one. Yeah. For those who are trying to impersonate me with my picture, stop. It's creeping me out. My wife thinks I have multiple personalities. So,
well, I mean, that's besides. I mean, there's the good JFB we know, and there's the bad JFB who's the Boston sports fan, but we won't get into that. That's another show.
We'll get into that. Yeah. I lost points from a recent podcast of yours because of what I said about Philadelphia. So I've learned to keep my mouth shut.
By the way, shameless plug, starting mid-July, Bucklebomb Sports Show every Sunday coming soon. Right. So that'll be fantastic.
Heck yeah.
Let's get to the bracket. The first round will be all triple threat matches. So first up, here's a big powerhouse series. We have Link from the Legend of Zelda series. We have Spyro from Spyro the Dragon series. And Leon Kennedy from the Resident Evil series.
Ooh. I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's Link.
It's got to be Link.
Yeah.
I mean, those are Resident Evil is an awesome game. And Spyro is one of those games that like they kept. I mean, I never got into it, but I did have some friends that like, you know. It's always one of your special friends that's always like, oh, I'm obsessed with this game. I love Spyro. I'm like, okay, man, that's great. I'm glad that someone made that game for you. But Link see, my wife loves Spyro, and she's special. Happy birthday, man. But yeah, it's clearly Link. I mean, come on.
Spyro. I've always called Spyro Crash Bandicoot Light. Not as entertaining as Crash. Mm-hmm. Not as fulfilling. It's like light beer, you know. It's just different. It's just different. It's got to be Link, 100%.
Yes, agree. And of course, you know, I do like Spyro the Dragon, but Legend of Zelda, topping out multiple of my favorite video games. He's going to be a powerhouse this entire show.
Yeah.
So Link with a 3-0 vote. We'll move on.
Not to mention Sarah would probably shut this entire show down if we eliminated Link on the very first question. So that was really just a safety vote.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't even air.
Yeah. We're dipping a toe in the water here.
All right. Second up, we have Mario from the Super Mario Brothers series. Wario, also from the Wario series. and Zero from the Mega Man X series.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, you got to go old. You got to go old school. I mean, he's been around since Donkey Kong, and he's the mascot of Nintendo. I mean, he is their Mr. Baseball for the Mets. He's Mr. Met. He's the Green Monster. He is an icon of video games. I'm going with Super Mario. Nothing against Wario or Zero, but yeah, I'm definitely going with Mario. He's the mascot. He's Mickey Mouse.
I'm attempting to formulate a Wario answer just to be like an evil heel, but I can't. I can't do it. I will say though, the Wario is very important for the expansion of Nintendo characters in the Mario universe that we got, and he is a very unique villain.
Yeah,
and I think he's very crucial to video games. However, you certainly can't argue the importance of Mario. It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of powerhouses, for round 3, we'll move on to a different platform. We have Master Chief from the Halo series going up against Yuna from Final Fantasy and Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
I can say this: would there be an Xbox without Master Chief? Would Microsoft have excelled without Master Chief and Halo as one of their launch titles? I'd say probably not. I wouldn't have bought it. I bought it specifically because of Halo, and that world just expanded. Now they have a TV show, which is okay.
There would be an Xbox. I don't think there'd be any more consoles after Xbox, though.
Yeah,
that definitely made the Microsoft Xbox.
Yeah.
While I didn't play a lot of the Final Fantasy games, I do feel that Final Fantasy's importance in the overall arc of history, or the history of video games, is incredibly important.
Yeah,
and they're very, they're kind of, we're always on the leading edge of RPGs and games that are like that. So I have to go Final Fantasy on this one.
Oh,
okay. I mean, Final Fantasy does have a lot of representation in this game, in this show, so there's also plenty of other chances to move some of them forward. But 2-1, our first non-exclusive Halo Master Chief wins.
All right.
I'm not going to lose sleep over. It's okay.
No. All right, round 4. We got Kratos from God of War, Bomberman from the Bomberman series, old school classic favorite, and Ridley from the Metroid series.
Oof. I mean, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. That's like the battle of the 14, 15, and 16 seed in our bracket here.
I mean, for those who played Bomberman, enjoyed it, that's a hard one to vote against because you want to see the little guy win. But
yeah, I love the Bomberman series. I played it in the arcade at the bowling alley all the time. So I'm going Bomberman. I'm going to go with
I'm going Bomberman too.
I have to back you up. I love Bomberman.
Yeah,
I want to see the little guy take a run, go deep, go deep in the bracket.
Taking the underdog, the 16 seed.
This might be one of our first upset special. All right, so next round we have Lara Croft of the Tomb Raider series, Ryu from Street Fighter, and Victor Sullivan from Uncharted.
Oh no!
I'll lead off with my vote here in case you can't, because you probably didn't see it, but rocking the Street Fighter shirt today.
Yeah.
So my vote's for Ryu Street Fighter.
I'm gonna go with Ryu as well. I mean, Hadouken. I have that shirt. I mean, I have a similar shirt. I'm going with Ryu as well.
It's hard to go against the young man in me that had crushes on animated characters like Jessica Rabbit and Lara Croft, and I think Lara Croft is an excellent video game character. However, Tomb Raider only goes so deep, so I cannot take that route. I've spent way too much time in summer camp playing Street Fighter. It has to be Ryu.
All right, Street Fighter with the leg sweep there.
I have such a Nintendo bias. I feel so bad.
It's okay. I'm in the same boat. I mean, Nintendo's got a lot of powers. We grew up in that era when Nintendo was king.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of Nintendo, round 6. Pikachu from the Pokemon series. I'm going to butcher this name here. Sephiroth from Final Fantasy. And Big Boss from Metal Gear.
Ooh. I am going with Metal Gear because that I still play that game. I don't play it on the original PlayStation. I have a ROM on my laptop, but that series, Metal Gear Solid, just changed everything. It was one of the first games besides Resident Evil where you had a detailed background and a story in this evolution, and the other games didn't even get close to touching it. Metal Gear Solid, I'm going with Big Boss, man. Big Boss for the win.
Daniel, you want to go next or you want me to go?
I'm going to say Pikachu. He's too cute. He's the cutest character possibly ever, next to Toad. I have strong feelings about Toad, and I don't think Toad made the list, but Toad's very important in his own little way. So I have to go with Pikachu. Pokemon's very important.
Well, I will agree.
Metal Gear Solid that was a tough one though. Metal Gear Solid is.
Yeah.
The matchups are only going to get harder. I can tell you that. Out of your 2 statements, I'm going to agree with one of them. I was a big Gen 1 Pokemon fan. Not much beyond Gen 1, so my vote did go to Pikachu. Toad is not the cutest character, though. So
that's Jigglypuff.
I like mushrooms.
All right. But, yes. So Pikachu advances on a 2-1 advancement here. All right. Next up, this vote may trigger some childhood memories here. We got Donkey Kong from the Donkey Kong series. Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series.
Ooh.
With a new game out this year as well, Shredder's Revenge. And we got Kazuma Kitru from the Yakuza series.
I have played, I can't tell you how many quarters I dumped into a machine playing Michelangelo as in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, I probably could have put my kid through freaking Harvard. Between that and all the movies I own, I'm going Michelangelo. I mean, I'm a huge Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. Was when the comics first came out, I bought them. I have all the first run. Love the Mutant Turtles. I'm going Michelangelo.
I mean, how great was it too when you could play the arcade game at home once they brought it to the NES?
Oh yeah, that changed everything. Then I didn't have to dump quarters. I had to buy new controllers every time I tossed one around.
So as a kid who really, really loved the Ninja Turtles, I was really excited to play them in a video game situation. However, I do feel that like a lot of their value to me is more of them as comic book or animated series characters.
Yeah.
Not that it's not like, it's a bad character, but there's no development of Michelangelo through all the Ninja Turtle games. Like he's got nunchucks, he does his thing, he does exactly what you expect him to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But only Donkey Kong can turn Mario into a side piece. So I gotta go with Donkey Kong on this one. A very, very important video game character. Spawned multiple games just for himself, and then ended up being a fantastic side character in the Mario series as well.
Yeah.
So not to mention Donkey Kong Country's was a pretty revolutionary game for when it came out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're gonna get a chance to see if Ninja Turtles can make a run here like they did in the toy game. So my vote is also for Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles series because I dumped many quarters in the arcade game and many hours on the NES version.
Yeah.
And when that Cowabunga series comes out for the Nintendo Switch, I'm going to dump a lot more hours into that game.
Heck yeah.
All right. So that takes care of that one.
Billy Mitchell is somewhere losing his mind.
He's about to puke on his American tie.
Right. Yeah. Have some more hot sauce, buddy.
That stuff tastes horrible. By the way, I've
Is it
had
bad?
some. It is wretched. Oh, it tastes like old man sweat.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, part of me always kind of hoped that he seriously, like, you know, for all the weird shit that guy's pulled, like, makes a pretty good sauce. But I guess it's not true. I trust the JFP.
Oh, it's horrible.
All right. So next up, Battle 8, Princess Peach from the Super Mario Brothers series, Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden series, and Lucina from the Fire Emblem series.
Man, that's a tough one too. I mean, Ninja Gaiden was just the freaking bomb. I mean, I can't tell you how many hours I wasted playing Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. I'm going with Ryu from Ninja Gaiden because that's old Sega Genesis for me. That was one of the first games I bought on the Genesis and the Saturn. Was the Ninja Gaiden series. So yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Do you remember that video game show from when we were kids where at the very end you got to run through the store and try to pick up all the games and attach them to your body with Velcro?
Yep.
I don't remember what that show is called, but that every single kid always won a copy of Ninja Gaiden, like every single one of them, and there are always multiple of them that came down the slide. And it's a really awesome game. And if you ever need something fun to do, go watch Ninja Gaiden speedruns because they're very interesting. It's kind of a complicated game for speedrunning.
Yeah.
It's not the hardest game in the world, but for its time, it actually was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go in Ninja Gaiden.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's a sweep for Ninja Gaiden there.
Wish I could remember what that damn show is called.
Oh, I know. I've watched it many times, and when I was like, I wish I was that kid because I would have just dumped everything on me and just rolled around like a snowball effect.
I remember there's one of them where the kid won a bunch of Sega games, and then he says in the microphone, he goes, "I don't have a Sega Genesis," and the guy hosting the show goes, "Well, that's all the time we have today." And then the show just goes off air. I'm like, man, poor
Sucker.
For me, it was always Nickelodeon one. Was it Nick Arcade?
Yeah, that was a good one too.
That was always the one to go on. All right. Get ready for another toughie. This one's a little more modern. We have Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed, Chris Redfield out of Resident Evil, and Joel Miller from The Last of Us.
Ooh. I'm going with Joel Miller because that was the only game that I owned for the PlayStation 3. Because at that time, my kid wanted Xbox, and so I'm going to jump on what he's jumping on. But I specifically bought a PlayStation to play The Last of Us. So and it's amazing storytelling. I mean, it's just amazing storytelling. I can't wait for the TV show either. The series is coming out soon. I'm geared and ready for that. So I'm going with Last of Us.
Dan, while you're talking, I'm going to plug my laptop in. So I just realized it's not plugged in.
I guess I didn't really play any of these games very much, but I did play Resident Evil some, so I guess I have to go with Redfield on this one.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I'm not going to even pretend to make up an anecdote because I really don't know much about these characters, but I did play that game, so I'm going to go with that.
Sweet.
Story. Yeah, I keep thinking because I sent her a bunch of ideas for characters, and as soon as I was at work, and as soon as I went back to work, I'm like, oh man, I should have sent this and this and this.
Yeah,
and this.
I know. I was the same way.
And I had all these ideas, and I forgot about it. And now we're here.
All right, so Daniel, what was your vote?
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. This is the one I was hoping it wouldn't really come down to me because I'm stuck on the same two that you guys are. But yeah, for me, it's Resident Evil.
I can't be mad.
You know, a lot of these lined up just pure random chance, and there's definitely some tough ones in here. All right, so next up, round 10, Chun Li from the Street Fighter series, Raiden from the Mortal Kombat series, and to round up the fighting series round, Starman from Pro Wrestling on the NES.
Oh, man, that's a tough one.
I'm sure you guys know where my vote lies. I'm going Starman for my favorite wrestling game, the old Pro Wrestling from the NES.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, man, I'm a huge Big Trouble in Little China fan.
Mm-hmm.
And the Three Gods and the Lightning God. And I'm like, oh, he's just like Raiden. But the movie came out before the video game. I used to play that game and I used to just rattle off Jack Burtonisms all the time. And they used to piss people off in the arcade. I actually won a Mortal Kombat arcade cabinet from a tournament. I mean, the place was going out of business, and but still, I mean, I had it for a few years, so I'm going with Raiden.
Interesting. So I just watched I guess it was a short little documentary on YouTube about the creation of all the Street Fighter characters, and more detail went into Chun Li's legs alone.
Yeah.
Than anything else that was created in that game. I mean, I forget the guy's name, but he was absolutely obsessed with making her legs look, absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
That's not why I'm voting for her, though. She's a very important character. I played her quite a bit. Probably your first ever video game crush is obviously Chun Li. So I have to go with Chun Li.
Oof.
So we're at an impasse here, my friends.
Well, I will be the first to change my vote. I'll change it to break the tie. I am a big Mortal Kombat fan, so I will go Raiden here. In Mortal Kombat.
Upset. That's a good one. That was a tough one. That's a tough
first round. That's a really tough one because you're right. My first crush was Chun Li, and those sweeping legs. They were awesome.
That was an 8 versus 9 matchup right there. That could go either way.
Yeah. There was a couple rounds where I put certain people together just to kind of make a theme, and that was one of them. That was a fighting game theme. But next up here, this will be another tough one. We got Solid Snake out of the Metal Gear series, Tails from the Sonic the Hedgehog series, and Claire Redfield out of Resident Evil series.
Tails is dead to me. What a horrible character. I never understood Tails. I was like, Knuckles, yeah, I can understand, but Tails, it made no sense. It was like that annoying best friend that just doesn't leave you alone, follows you everywhere, calls you all the time, sends you text messages.
I was going to say, Sonic's little brother who, Mom, take your little brother with you.
Yep. I'm going with Solid Snake. Like I said, Metal Gear Solid was just it just changed everything. Storytelling wise, it was one, to me it was really the first cinematic. It was the first cinematic video game. Who can't forget having to switch out your memory card from one slot to the other when Psycho Mantis was trying to kill you? It was amazing. I'm going Solid Snake.
You want to talk about real stress? Yeah, that's real stress. So the way you feel about Tails is the way I feel about Knuckles.
Yeah.
and I like Tails.
Yeah.
I get it because you think the same thing about Tails. Like it's the exact same way that I feel about Knuckles. Like I'm in no way excited about Knuckles, afraid of Knuckles. Knuckles is just, second rate Sonic. Like that's all it is. That's always been to me. I'm a huge Tails fan. And the sidekicks need some love in this one, I feel like, because we're gonna have a lot of protagonist main characters in these brackets. So in tradition of rooting for the little guy, I'm gonna go for Tails.
Well, one of the games that got turned on to me in college was Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
Watching one of my roommates just play it constantly. Like, went on vacation for Christmas break, and shit, I miss watching somebody play this game. So I went out and I bought the game so I could play it. So Solid Snake gets my vote.
Sweet.
Wow.
All right. Next up for round 12, we got Sonic from the Sonic the Hedgehog series, Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy, and Miles Edgeworth from Ace Attorney.
Ooh, man, I love me Ace Attorney. I used to play that on my Game Boy all the time. Something about the dramatic scenes of being a lawyer, and then realizing that being a lawyer is absolutely nothing like that. You got to go with Sonic. I mean, there's no Sega without Sonic. I mean, Sega barely made it out alive with the Dreamcast, but that ring collecting fool, I'm going with Sonic. He's a mascot. You gotta give him some credit.
Yeah, I gotta go with Sonic too, just on the music aspect alone. The music for the Sonic games is just so good. Huge fan.
Agree. That's a clean sweep for Sonic there. But I'm sure neither one of you guys really expected anybody from Ace Attorney to make this list.
No, I was shocked. I played the hell out of that game.
Wow. Okay. Here comes possibly another hard round. Samus Aran from Metroid, Ike from Fire Emblem, and Yu Narakomi for Persona 4.
Ooh.
It's definitely Samus.
Yeah.
It's got to be. I mean, such a unique character with a unique set of abilities, and a game that's really not like a lot of other games.
Yeah, I agree. I concur.
All right, I'll agree. Samus Aran for the win. Here comes a kind of a machine cyborg type round for the most part. Mega Man from the Mega Man series, GLaDOS from Portal, and Guile from Street Fighter.
Oh, easy. I'll let Grizzle go first.
I mean, it's got to be Mega Man or Rocket Man or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
I mean, it inspired so many video games, so many different versions of himself, and versions of the villains they fought. I mean, it's Mega Man.
Yeah, it's got to be Mega Man because, I mean, he inspired Kenny Omega, for God's sakes. I mean, how cool is that?
What kind of wrestling podcasters would we be if we didn't put Mega Man through at least? Like, Kenny Omega would haunt us in our dreams.
Yeah, he'd come and break our kneecaps.
Yeah, you're never getting that video game now.
Next, you know, we're getting DMs banned from all AEW shows in the future.
Right.
Don't let those people in.
Either.
Can't even watch them on my laptop. They have my IP address. It'd be awful.
All right. Next up, after that clean sweep as well, we got Luigi from the Super Mario Brothers series, Kirby from the Adventures of Kirby series, and Bayonetta from the Bayonetta series.
Ooh, I love Bayonetta. I don't know what it is. I just love that. But Luigi, you got to go with Luigi. Second banana. But Luigi's Mystery Mansion, where you used to suck up ghosts in a vacuum cleaner, that's the whole reason why I bought a GameCube, was specifically for that game. And just how he gets scared and he starts to shake, and your controller starts rumbling. I'm going Luigi, second banana to Mario, but I think he's as important, you know. Can't have Super Mario Brothers without the brother.
I have to vote for Kirby for uniqueness of character again, and for the amount of games that he inspired.
Yeah,
or he or she, them, I guess. I don't think Kirby has a gender.
No.
So yeah, and I mean, and I'm also just a real big fan of characters that can either eat something and have some kind of a special ability, like Yoshi, or in Kirby's case, you know, huffing up a bunch of air and flying away. So I think Kirby's a very unique character. And also one of my favorite to play in Smash Brothers. So I have to go with Kirby.
I guess don't really call this one an upset. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I'm going to go Kirby as well. It is my best friend's favorite character, so why not? We'll show Kirby some love today.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, anybody that could suck that gas and then wreak havoc is okay in my book.
By the way, there's a $40 Kirby themed synthesizer available on Amazon. I've been wanting to buy for a long time. I just don't have $40 for Kirby right now. So if anybody's looking for an early Christmas present idea for your boy the Grizzle,
you know, if I just said that present, I just said late
Do
birthday
it.
present. Maybe I'd consider it, but not an early Christmas gift. No way.
Half Christmas?
It's almost half Christmas.
It's my unbirthday. How about that?
Fair enough.
It's my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, wife.
Well, that's funny. Tell her happy birthday. This is airing on my birthday.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And happy birthday to the missus.
And all of you out there celebrating birthdays.
Or unbirthdays.
Or unbirthdays.
For the Alice in Wonderland fans.
Yeah, just celebrate anyway.
Yeah. Let's crack open the bubbly.
All right, we'll celebrate the next round with a couple of villains. We have Gannon from the Legend of Zelda series. Aid 6 from Destiny. And Alloy from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Ooh. That's tough. I mean, two of them are really relatively recent games, so I gotta go with Gannon, old school villain. I mean, outside of Bowser, who really was an antagonist to, the main character, Gannon, and just how he's morphed and changed over the years has been pretty impressive. I'm going with Gannon.
You could almost call him the Chris Jericho of the video games because he just finds a way to reinvent himself.
Yeah, that's right.
My vote is also Gannon, though.
And he'll blow fire in your face, and he calls himself a wizard.
I'm not very familiar with the Destiny characters, but I do respect the very unique kind of community that Destiny players are, because everyone I know that plays Destiny happens to be a person that I like. So I have to go with Destiny on this one.
Very well. All right. So next up, we'll see what kind of debate and struggle this one brings in. Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, no.
Shovel Knight from the Shovel Knight series. And Shulk from the Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oof. I don't know. That's a tough one. I gotta stew on this. I mean, Sub-Zero how his fatalities and all that have changed over the years. I mean, and he was pretty badass in the movies. So I'm going Sub-Zero. I'm gonna go with Sub-Zero.
Yeah, definitely Sub-Zero. Not just for his unique abilities, but a character that actually has evolved over time. It has multiple versions that you can unlock in the various Mortal Kombat games. Even after he went maskless. So. Yeah, got to be Sub-Zero.
Yeah, maskless Sub-Zero looks like PCO.
Really does.
Yeah, it does.
Notice we didn't say it the other way around. I didn't want PCO to show up on my front doorstep and be like, no, he looks like me, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm
the one who originated it.
All right, round 18. We're going to go with a Final Fantasy theme here. Squall Lionheart, Titus, and Vivi.
Oh, I love Vivi. I think she's cute as a button.
Vivi just on cuteness.
Yeah.
It's funny. I had all the characters separated in 3 categories. You got your, the first grouping, which was all the 32 of like the powerhouses. You got the middle, and then you got like the bottom. They're good for talking, but maybe 1 or 2 will make it through. Vivi is the first one I put in that bottom tier. Well, maybe they'll get through. So Vivi with the clean sweep here. We'll see how far she can go. All right, next round, round 19. We have Princess Zelda from the Legend of Zelda series, Metal Man from the Mega Man series, and Neku Sakuraba from the World Ends With You and Kingdom Hearts series.
I'm going Metal Man. I loved Metal Man. He was like Capcom's little Iron Man. Like, he was just so freaking cool with his metal armor. I'm going Metal Man. He was freaking the bomb.
Daniel, I'll put the screws to you here. I'm going to go Princess Zelda because Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to get killed, so but I really like Metal Man too.
I'm not going to hold anything against you. Vote how you want.
I've heard that before, though. I don't believe you.
I mean, you're still with Bucklebomb, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, for now. So you can me for what I'm about to say. It's Battleman. I'm sorry. I love Battleman. I'm a big fan. His name's Battleman.
Hang on while I contact HR real quick.
Oh, fuck.
We'd like to thank you for your service.
Oh, man. Future endeavors.
Wish you best in your future endeavors.
Damn it. It's been real, y'all.
All right. Round 20 of 32 in the first round. We have Yoshi from the Yoshi series. Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Whoa, what?
And Frisk from Undertale.
Oh, what the? No! No!
This is the Screw Daniel round.
Oh, man. I guess I earned this one. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
I'll throw my
I love Scorpion, but Yoshi, man, I mean, he's so cute and he's a little dinosaur and he just kind of bloop, 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 and eats everything. He could eat Scorpion. He could eat the other from the other one. I'm going with Yoshi. I love Yoshi.
I'm actually going Scorpion from Mortal Kombat here.
Oh, holy cow.
Now, I'm going to give my answer in a second, but I do have to talk about how, I was recently talking about unique fan bases and everything. And if you don't know anything about Undertale, go check it out. It's a really, really interesting game. The person that created it, Toby Fox, basically made the game himself with a team of one or two other people. And he wrote all the music for the game. And it's an RPG where your actions have consequences. And that's all I'll tell you about it. But
I'm writing this down right now.
Yeah, but the interesting thing about it is like the community that it inspired is like it inspired other people to recode the game and continue creating stuff or it's like small stories, that are based in that world. So you should go check out the Undertale iceberg. It goes really, really deep and it's really, really cool.
Sweet.
But and also it probably should have been Sans instead of Frisk because Sans is a much more dynamic character in the game, but Frisk is the protagonist. That being said about Undertale, I just had to put it out there. I think it's a really awesome game. And if you haven't played it yet, you should. But it's Yoshi. The answer is Yoshi. And no disrespect to Scorpion, which is probably the most storied and important character in the Mortal Kombat canon, I would think. At least, certainly one of the originals. But Yoshi's my guy. I can't betray my guy. It's Yoshi.
All right. All right. Next up, good luck with this one. We have Geralt from the Witcher series, Draven from League of Legends, and Revolver Ocelot from Metal Gear.
I'm going with Geralt. I did not get into Witcher at first. And then a buddy of mine's like, you got to play this game. I'm not a big RPG fan. I just don't play RPGs. It's too time consuming when I'm in my 50s and I got like clients clawing up my ass trying to get stuff done. But I dug The Witcher. Like I totally dug it. I got into it, that Elder Scrolls. I like turned a whole new leaf. So I'm going with Geralt.
I have to also agree. This is the most experience I have with those three games, and it's a very well done game. I kind of have the same issue with RPGs sometimes too. I just don't have the time.
Yeah,
but, Witcher's a good one that you can pick up and put down, and I'm not so into the game that I'm going to lose my job playing it, but but it is fun.
All right, so we will go with Geralt for the clean sweep there. All right, round 22. We have Gordon Freeman from Half-Life, Crash from Crash Bandicoot, and Albert Wesker from Resident Evil.
Oh, man, that's a tough one. That is really tough. This hurts me. This hurts my heart because I love Half-Life. That was my first non-console game that I bought. I went and bought a PC specifically to play Half-Life. And then they ported it over, and it was a horrible port, but Wesker, man, who is a better antagonist? I mean, talk about an FU. You bust your ass to play an entire 40 hours worth of game and then have a guy just kind of zip shit it all to hell just on a blink of an eye. So I'm going with Wesker because I like bad guys. I like me some bad guys.
I've completely forgotten all the choices. I'm just gonna admit.
So you got Albert Wesker from Resident Evil, Crash from Crash Bandicoot, and Freeman.
Crash Bandicoot's such a unique character, and it was such a cool game, and it's a very important part of the PlayStation franchise. So it's definitely Crash for me.
I'm actually going for the Resident Evil representation, so we're going Albert Wesker.
Ooh, that's a tough one because freaking Crash Bandicoot was just awesome. It was one of my favorite platformers.
Let's see if Daniel keeps his word and voting for the little guys here. Round 23, we got Little Mac from Punch-Out, Alucard from Castlevania, and Ellie from The Last of Us.
Oh, geez. I mean, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. You can't. Yeah. I mean, he was the little guy. You played him. Yeah. You had to know all that stuff. You had to memorize it. I'm going with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
What kind of McKee would I be? What kind of McGrizzle would I be if I didn't vote for Little Mac? Of course, I'm going to keep it with Little Mac. Little Mac is making a serious run in this game. Little Mac Final Four.
Yeah.
That's a bold statement, but I respect it. I'm also voting for Little Mac here. All right, round 24. We got Jill Valentine from Resident Evil, John Marston from Red Dead Redemption, and Garrus Vakarian from Mass Effect.
I'm going with Marston. In my later years where I don't have the opportunity to sit down and play video games, my wife and my kid went to New York a few years a while back, and I had the TV to myself, and I could have just watched tons of movies and tons of. I played Red Dead Redemption, which sat on my Xbox for years untouched. I finally played it, bought the second one. It unbelievable, and I'm a huge Western fan. So I love Western movies. So yeah, and he was a good tweener. He wasn't always a nice guy. You could have played him as a bad guy, which I often did and made some, insidious decisions, if you will. But yeah, I'm going with Marston.
Yeah, I guess I got to go with the Cowboy too on this one. Again, don't have too much experience with a lot of these games, but I have played that one. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I love me a good cowboy story, especially when you get to be the bad guy, because you never really get to see things from the bad guy's perspective.
That's true. Yeah.
All right,
especially not Westerns.
John Marston will win it. I would have voted for Jill Valentine, but Marston wins it 2-1. All right. We got Fox McCloud from the Star Fox series, Diddy Kong from the Donkey Kong series, and Commander Shepard from Mass Effect.
Man, I love Mass Effect. I got into Knights of the Old Republic, in that turn-based strategy role-playing aspect. And somebody said you got to play Mass Effect, and bought it and fell in love with it. So I'm going with Mass Effect.
Daniel, you want to go, or you want me to go here?
I'm gonna go Diddy because I'm keeping with the theme, voting for the little guy, voting for the for the sidekick, and Diddy's cool, man. Diddy's the actual is the real Donkey Kong Jr. We just didn't talk about It's funny how that actually works.
Yeah, I feel bad we got Donkey Kong out, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to vote Diddy Kong as well in this one.
Oh, wow.
No hate. Can't beat Diddy Kong.
After the early round upset of Donkey Kong, Diddy slides into the second round.
I'm going to let Daniel vote first on this one. This one might be a little tough for the JFB. We got Toad from the Super Mario Brothers series.
Word.
We have Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog, and Grim Reaper from Grim Fandango.
Well, I think I've already said it. I think we all know. We know how this is going. I love Toad and I don't like Knuckles. So refer back to a previous statement. Toad, 100%.
I am gonna bounce you on your ass with that anti-Knuckles rhetoric you're spreading with false information. I am actually going with, what was the third one again?
Grim Reaper from Grim Fandango.
Yeah, I'm going with Grim Fandango. I have a good friend that was his game. The soundtrack is amazing. It's all Mexican folk music in it. It's got a great storyline. Lucas Arts did it, and this is during the time when Lucas Arts ran and ruled PC gaming world. So I'm going with the Grim Reaper from Grim Fandango.
I'm going to agree with you on that pretty much for all the same reasons.
Sweet.
Next up, round 27 or 32 for the first round. We have Pac-Man from the Pac-Man series, Master Hand from the Super Smash Brothers series, and Ness from Mother Earth.
Oh, I mean, this is easy. I'll let DMC go first. I'm trying to formulate a beautiful. We par with this.
Look, man, I'm still reeling from how casually we just tossed Toad aside, like he's not just the most fantastic, cutest little thing ever. I've already forgotten what's going on here.
We got my vote: Pac-Man from the Pac-Man series, Master Hand from the Super Smash Brothers series, and Ness from Mother Earth.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I guess I just have to be old and say Pac-Man.
Yeah, you gotta go with Pac-Man. I mean, who else has a horrible disco pop song named after them than Pac-Man? Nobody.
So lucky.
Yeah, you gotta go with Pac-Man.
Plus, how many characters' wives also have their own video game series?
There you go. Miss Pac-Man. So you're telling me it's just a bow on her head and they call it Miss Pac-Man? It's the same thing.
Well, they're not married though. She's Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah. She's just hanging with the homeboy.
All right. Match 28.
Pac-Man keeps it casual.
Keep it loose.
All right. So round 28. Final Fantasy, we have Cloud Strife, Charizard from Pokemon, or Phoenix Wright from Ace Attorney.
Ooh, I'm going Charizard. I got into the Pokemon card game, and I got a Charizard foil, and everybody thought I was the coolest guy in the comic book store. So in the land of the nerds, I was their king. I would go with Charizard.
I have to agree with that, even though I'm betraying the 12-year-old Magic the Gathering playing version of myself that rejected Pokemon and its separatist attitude. And, like, it was weird. Like, I knew tons of Magic players that play Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I was turned off by so many Pokemon players that just ripped on Magic because they're sitting right next to you at the gaming store playing the same, but basically doing the same thing you are. Just different characters, different abilities. We're all fucking playing cards here, okay? And so that really upset me, and I needed y'all to know that for some reason. But the answer is still Charizard.
Agree. Charizard for the win. Next up, this could be a tough one. We have Bowser from the Super Mario Brothers series, Nathan Drake from Uncharted, and Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption.
Man, I would love to go Arthur Morgan because I just finished Red Dead Redemption 2. But Nathan Drake, for a while he was looking like a poor man's Lara Croft. But the games are actually really good. My friend, my homeboy Nathan, loves Uncharted and has played all of them. I've sat and watched him play them. I'm going with Nathan Drake on this one. He's got a movie. I mean, Spider-Man played him. How bad can that be? I mean, it's pretty bad because Mark is in it, but
I'm going to go Bowser from Super Mario Brothers here.
Ooh.
I mean, he's the original bad guy.
He is.
I have to say Bowser too, just because Bowser persevered. He's the original villain, and then they tried to boot him out the door for King Koopa. Yeah. And then he makes his triumphant return in Super Mario 3. So, I mean, I really think Bowser's great, and I don't know how all the backstory behind Bowser, actually became what it was. But Bowser's Castle in Super Mario World, when you're walking up to it and it looks like a crazy casino,
Yep.
working a casino,
Mhm.
I like that. I like that shit.
No hate. I agree. I'll change my vote. I'm going with Bowser.
All right. All right. Next up, we have Chrono from Chrono Trigger, Dante from Devil May Cry, and Riku from Kingdom Hearts.
Oof. I'm going Dante. He is awesome. That Devil May Cry was just a unique game. You just bounce around, start shooting and killing everything, just slaughtering bodies left and right. I'm going with him. I'm going with Devil May Cry.
I don't play any of these games, but I do like the Kingdom Hearts community of players. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to give a quick shout out to them. That's my vote.
Yeah, I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan myself, so Riku gets the win there in an upset. Next up, we have Kefka Palazzo from Final Fantasy, Diva from Overwatch, and Cuphead from the Cuphead series.
I've never played Cuphead.
It's hard.
Is it? I'm
You
going to
will-
write it down. I like a challenge.
You should try it. It's a really cool indie game, man.
Yeah.
It'll
It's
frustrate
cartoony,
the
but
shit
it's
out
really
of you,
good.
but it's
Yeah.
it's a good game.
What was the second one? I forgot. I already forgot.
Diva from Overwatch.
That's who I'm going with. I'm going with Diva Overwatch. I know my kid likes that game.
When I was big in Overwatch, playing a lot online, I was never really good, but Diva was my character.
Yeah.
I have to go with Cuphead just because it's such a unique game and it represents a good time for the mid 2010s to now, where indie games are becoming more accessible and more super popular.
All right, last matchup for the first round. Tom Nook from Animal Crossing, Waluigi from Super Mario Brothers series, and Pit from the Kid Icarus series.
Oh, Kid Icarus. All the way, 100%. That game was the bomb. I have I still have my original NES. I guarantee you I have that game somewhere hiding in a box somewhere collecting dust that's going to be broken out and watched. So and played. Yeah, Kid Icarus.
Waluigi's always been my favorite Mario World expansion character, and I always thought I had an advantage playing with him just because he was taller and had longer arms, even though that was built into the mechanics of the game. I pulled myself into thinking it was a thing. So I love Waluigi. He is one of my favorite characters. Wah.
It's tough because I've lost a lot of time playing Animal Crossing, and Tom Nook was often viewed as a bad guy because you got to pay him the loans back, and he just keeps taking your money, probably overpaying.
Yeah.
How many people out there do lend you money to buy a house and don't charge you interest on that loan?
There's a VIG. There's always a VIG.
There's always a VIG.
But yeah, I got to go Pit from Kid Icarus as well on this one. All right, and that concludes our first round matchup. We've introduced all 96 characters. How do you guys feel? Do you think there's anybody immediately that we left off that maybe could make it in round 2 next year?
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. I was thinking about that earlier.
Yeah.
It's a good character.
Yeah. What about oh crap, it just escaped me. It'll come back like halfway through the show. I'll just blurt it out.
All right. Well, we'll move on to round 2. We got plenty of time to think about who we can be in next year's. So round 1, going from like the top seed to the bottoms here, mostly random. We have Link from the Legend of Zelda series against Pit from Kid Icarus.
Oh, Link.
Yeah, Link. No brainer.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have. Let me just black that one out. We have Charizard from Pokemon against Grim Reaper from Grim Fandango.
Ooh. This is a tough one, but I'm going with Grim Fandango, the Grim Reaper.
I got to go Charizard from Pokemon.
Oh, comes down to you.
You know, not to get the Pokemon community all riled up or anything, but I will have to answer Charizard.
Yeah, they're a salty bunch, man. The Pokemon, they are salty.
Salty bunch. And I play Magic, also a salty bunch. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, next up, we have John Marston from Red Dead Redemption, Albert Wesker from Resident Evil.
Oh, I'm going with Red Dead Redemption. You gotta do cowboy shit. You get to ride a horse. You get to ride a horse, and you get to shoot people from your horse. How cool is that? I'm going with Marston.
Yeah, I'm doing this one for the Hangman. We have to keep it for Red Dead.
I was going to go ahead and make it known that it was not a clean sweep. I would have voted Albert Wesker from Resident Evil. So John Marston from Red Dead Redemption, he moves on. Next up, we have a battle of the fighters here. Ryu from Street Fighter, Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series.
Wow.
Oh, Ryu.
Yeah, Hadouken.
Yeah. That alone.
Well, unfortunately, I guess the Ninja Turtles aren't going to make it to the finals again this time, like they did the toys. That is who I would have voted for, but Ryu goes ahead and moves on. All right, we got a little battle of the cartoon characters here. Next up, we have Yoshi from the Yoshi series against Vivi from Final Fantasy.
Oh, Vivi. I don't know. You know what? Wait, I want to take that back. I don't know because they're both so freaking cute. Can we put Vivi on top of Yoshi and then they can compete as one super character? That's a tough one. I don't know.
No duos.
All right, I'm doing Yoshi because I almost got a Yoshi tattoo, a tattoo of Yoshi on my bicep. So I'm going with Yoshi.
I would say Yoshi too, but I'm also still open to the idea of giving Vivi Yoshi's tongue and a tail.
Yeah.
See what she does.
I was going to go Vivi, but if you guys are going Yoshi, then Yoshi moves on. All right, next up we have Kirby from The Adventures of Kirby against Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, ooh. Cute versus deadly.
Yeah, what planet do these people meet on? What scenario brought these two together? Seriously.
I mean,
he's just floating around. He goes into a war.
Forbidden Door is now opening up in the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, that's the real. This is the real Forbidden Door.
Yeah,
Kirby and Faye's Mortal Kombat.
I'm going with. You know what? I'm gonna buck the trend here. I'm going with Kirby. I'm going with cute over cold.
Well, I'm going cold over cute. I'm voting Sub-Zero.
Kirby. It's Kirby. It's got to be Kirby. Kirby's inspired so many video games, but so is Sub-Zero. I don't know. And I'm wearing a blue shirt. It's a Master Watto shirt, by the way.
I mean, not to swear your vote. I mean, Sub-Zero has only been in Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Yeah. With the exception of Injustice.
Right. And Kirby's been in their own games as well as Smash Brothers. And okay. Yeah, I'm good with it. Kirby's going deep.
All right, in the battle of Nintendo versus Sega here, we have Samus Aran from Metroid against Sonic from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, Sonic. I mean, don't get me wrong. Metroid is a game changer of a game. I mean, every evolution of the system from Nintendo had a Metroid game that kicked ass. But Sonic, he's the flagship of Sega. It still is. I mean, even though they don't make consoles anymore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's still in games. They still make Sonic games. He's in the every couple of years they make the Mario and Sonic Olympic game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the Hiroshi Tanahashi of video games. Like, you can't vote against him somehow.
Go Ace, go!
Yeah, it's got to be Sonic.
Sonic moves on with a 3-0 win. Are you guys ready for this matchup? Raiden from Mortal Kombat versus Master Chief from Halo.
Oh, Raiden by a long shot.
Yeah, especially with the more character, especially for Raiden, because Raiden probably has the most character development of. Well, I guess maybe Liu Kang and Sonya Blade and Johnny Cage do, but like he's got a pretty hefty story. Raiden's been through a lot. It's Raiden.
Yeah, he's a god. He's a freaking god.
Freaking god, man.
For the record, I would have voted Master Chief for Halo, but Raiden moves on to the next round.
I feel like we're just breaking your heart over and over and over again this round.
I have a feeling this could be the last time we're on this selection show.
Yeah. Wait till it's dessert food. Everyone's gonna cry. Banana pudding.
Well, last time we had the put the screws to Daniel round. This might be the put the screws to JFB round.
Oh no.
We got Bomberman from the Bomberman series against Solid Snake from Metal Gear.
Oh. Man.
I'll do you a favor. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm going Bomberman.
Oh man. This is a tough one. This really is a tough one because one is my childhood, the other one is my shut in as a functioning adult, barely. I'm going with Solid Snake. I just saw cinematic. It hurts me. I feel like I'm going to play Bomberman today, and it's going to crash my laptop just because I picked Solid Snake. But I'm going with Snake.
Bomberman, we're going for the little guy. Let's go.
Oh, God. I can't be mad. I can't be mad. It's Bomberman.
Right, the little guy. All right, next up, we have Mega Man from the Mega Man series, Gannon from Legend of Zelda.
Wow.
Ooh.
What a real fight this would be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, I don't think you have Capcom without Mega Man. I mean, he was their first real breakthrough character. And I'm sure like Freddy funded New Line, saved New Line Cinemas. Mega Man saved Capcom. I'm going with Mega Man. There's something about him, he's got that panache. He's got that sex appeal, that new car smell.
Daniel, I'll give you the option. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I want Sarah to go.
Contrary to popular belief, I was actually going to vote Mega Man on this one.
Oh, I thought you were going the other way. That's why I was going to let you stay. Yeah, that's clean sweep. It's Mega Man.
All right.
It's just when I feel like I know you. You swear me.
Next up, we have Metal Man from the Mega Man series against Geralt from Witcher.
Oh, Metal Man. Metal Man, Metal Man, Metal Man.
I don't know, though. I'm going with Witcher on this one, just for more character development. Nothing against Metal Man, but what you see is what you get.
I am actually not a Witcher fan, so I am going Metal Man here.
Metal Man! Woo!
I'm not upset by this. I still like Metal Man.
Yes.
No mine's fine just the way they are.
Here's an interesting battle for you. We have Pikachu from the Pokemon series against Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, I don't know.
This is
I like
deep cut.
Yeah, I like Pikachu.
I'll open up here. I'm going to vote Pikachu from Pokemon.
I gotta go Ninja Gaiden. That game just changed my world. It rocked it. I mean, Pikachu, I like. He's cute. He's got little rosy red cheeks, but I'm going with the guy with the sword.
Give me the swords. Give me Ninja Gaiden.
I mean, Pikachu shoots out the lightning, which, shock the metal sword, you're dead. But, Ryu Hayabusa moves on.
Take that, Pokemon people. Pokey people.
Send all your hate mail to dmcgrizzle@dmcgrizzle.com.
That being said, I'm really looking forward to the next Pokemon game on Switch.
I know, yeah, so am I.
100%.
All right, Daniel, sorry for this one here, but we got to battle the little guys here.
Oh, no.
We have Little Mac from Punch-Out, Diddy Kong from Donkey Kong series.
Oh, no, break my heart.
I'm going with Mac. Mac and cheese. I'm going with Lil Mac.
That's Lil Mac. Just gonna pop that little hat right off Diddy Kong's head. It's over.
Yep.
I mean, if he could beat up Mike Tyson, he could beat up Diddy Kong.
Damn right.
Little Mac with the clean sweep here.
Lil Mac.
All right, next spot for the Sweet 16, we have Pac-Man versus Bowser.
Ooh. I gotta go with Pac-Man. A song alone, I think, carries more weight than Bowser. I'm going Pac.
Oh no. I like Pac-Man. I think it's very important, but Bowser's my guy. I like Bowser.
I guess I'm going Bowser here.
Wow.
Yikes.
I was hoping that wasn't going to come down to me, but all right, next up we got Riku from Kingdom Hearts, Diva from Overwatch. I'm going to go Diva here.
Yeah, I'm going with Diva too. Yeah.
Well, I guess it just doesn't matter what I say, does it? No, I totally agree with you 100%.
All right, last matchup for the round of 32. Chris Redfield out of Resident Evil, Mario from the Super Mario Brothers.
Mario used to piss my grandmother off. My Italian nana. Oh, she used to hate every time. It's a Mario. That's not how we talk. And then she starts swearing in Italian. So I'm going with Mario for my nana upstairs.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
probably
actually
cursing right now.
I'm kind of rooting for Mario to not win this one, but he's certainly going to win this round. So
Yeah,
Mario, it is.
It is Mario for the clean sweep. All right, so we have our Sweet 16 here. First matchup, we got Link versus Charizard.
Oh, Link. I mean, not only because he's essential as the protagonist, but he's also the name of a character on a really cool 60s show called The Mod Squad. Link had the afro. He drove the sweet-looking caddy. I'm going with Link.
Same.
Yep. No debate. I'll pick my spots.
Next up, we got John Marston from Red Dead Redemption against Ryu from Street Fighter.
Ooh. I think this is where yeah, go for it, man. Go for it, Grizz.
Well, if we kept putting the cowboy through, eventually we were going to have to play cowboys versus ninjas. And Ryu is my favorite ninja. He doesn't have any guns though, but he's got fireballs, and those are better than guns.
Yep. I am in agreement. Ninja over cowboy buried in the desert.
I mean, the Street Fighter shirt, so we got to go Ryu here. All right. Next up in the battle of the cartoon sidekicks with their own series, Yoshi versus Kirby.
I'm going with Yoshi. Only because we have a New Japan Pro wrestler in the Chaos faction called Yoshihashi.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with Yoshi. That egg-eating bastard.
I'm going to put this on Daniel here because I'm not a Yoshi fan, so I'm going Kirby.
Oh, shit. Well, I am a big Yoshi fan, and while I do love Kirby and how unique of a character Kirby is, Yoshi was a utility piece that became his own. I mean, he got his own game, and we had multiple colors of Yoshi. He literally inspired a generation of others just like him.
If we go back to the Super Mario World days, Even Mario didn't want him.
Oh man, harsh words from a Kirby fan.
Yeah.
I'll remember you said that in the future at a later date. But my answer is Yoshi. Yoshi, push him through.
Yoshi powerhousing his way through. All right, next up we have Sonic the Hedgehog versus Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Wow.
Oh. God, man. I'm torn. I can't go first. I gotta consult my my Taz figurine and see what the almighty Taz has to say.
I've gone with character development in a lot of these, which is why my gut says Raiden on this, just because Sonic hasn't really evolved much. We've just really created we've created characters that were like Sonic and Knuckles, and we've created sidekicks for Sonic that the characters around Sonic stand out because Sonic stays the same.
Yeah.
And Sonic is a great character. But Raiden evolves. Raiden's a god, dude.
Yeah, I'm going with Raiden. I will second that.
All right, I was going to go Sonic, but 2-1, Raiden wins. In what could truly be an interesting battle here, we have Bomberman versus Mega Man.
Oh, Bomberman. I feel bad for going against Bomberman in the earlier round, and so I'm going with Bomberman for the win.
I like Bomberman.
I like Bomberman because as much as I appreciate Mega Man and the Mega Man canon, Bomberman's just a little more exciting for me.
Yeah.
All right. So Mega Man, make it to Sweet 16, nothing to be ashamed about. But from the Mega Man series, we have Metal Man going up against Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja for the win. Metal Man got a little rust.
I'm going to go Metal Man. A little bit of rust, but still a whole lot of love.
I'm putting Metal Man through.
Oh,
I'm into it. Let the Metal Man get through.
All right, next up, we have Little Mac against Bowser.
Little Mac with the knockout against the big, huge, honking Bowser in the fourth round. I'm calling it.
In the Punch-Out version, maybe he was King Hippo, but...
Yeah.
It's a good point, actually. Yeah, this Little Mac all day.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm saving my Little Mac speech for later. I got a speech.
All right. Well, it was a good run for one of my characters, Diva from Overwatch, going up against Mario.
Ah, Mario.
Yep, sorry. Next.
Even I'm going Mario on this one, but... All right, we have got the Elite Eight. Are you guys ready for the next round?
I am ready. Let's roll.
These are the powerhouses that have survived. First up, we have Link from Legend of Zelda, Ryu from Street Fighter.
Link all day.
Yeah. I have to stay true as much as I'm such a Street Fighter fan.
The way he jams on the ocarina, man.
Yeah,
That's
come
alone.
on. He is multi-talented. He's very multifaceted. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to break away from my shirt. It is Link for me as well.
Sweet.
Next up, we have Yoshi versus Raiden.
Oh, Raiden.
Yeah.
It's cute. Don't last forever.
This is the point that you dump Yoshi into the fucking water so you can make the higher jump into the clouds and get the fucking key. It's Raiden.
It is Raiden.
Next up for spot 3 in the final 4, Bomberman versus Metal Man.
Oh. I don't want to choose. I'm going with Bomberman. I love Metal Man, but I gotta go Bomberman. He's my go-to guy.
Bomberman.
Yeah.
Bomberman to blast a hole in Metal Man. Next up, in a true David versus Goliath, we have Mario versus Little Mac.
Oh, I am going with the swerve on this one. I am going with Little Mac with the TKO in the 8th round.
Look,
I'm going to go Mario.
Ladies and gentlemen, Little Mac has been waiting his entire career for this moment. He conquered giants, he conquered hippos, he conquered Mike Tyson, and now he will conquer ultimate video game juggernaut without the use of mushrooms or flowers or stars or feathers or anything like that. 100% grit, grind, and sweat, and training and practice. Little Mac for the win.
Woo!
Now, you mean to tell me you're going to hold it against Mario for doing shrooms and stars and whatever? You don't think Little Mac was on some PEDs there?
He was on a bicycle. He was jogging.
All drug tests came back non-conclusive.
Okay.
It was a different time. The tests were very unreliable.
Yeah. There was no B test. So...
Yeah, I know Little Mac hasn't competed in quite a number of years. Let's just leave it at that.
But he's old.
By the way,
he's old Mac.
He took a lot of punches right in the face.
We go back, to the NES days when we went from Mike Tyson's Punch Out to, Mr. Dream. Was Mike Tyson the first person to be canceled in the cancel culture?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. At that point, yeah.
All right, well, we have our final four here. It's time for the nitty-gritty, the big debates, the whose feelings are we going to hurt, who's getting canceled from Bucklebomb. Matchup 1, we have Link from the Legend of Zelda, Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Oh. I'm going with the underdog. I'm bucking the trend as I always do because I'm the JFB. I am going with Raiden because he's a god. He's a god of thunder and lightning. I'm going with Raiden.
Why anybody wanted to imitate you, I'm not sure. We got to go Link from Legend of Zelda here. McGee, it's on you.
At a certain point, 20 years will only take you so far. With your sword and shield versus lightning and thousands of years of rage and anger from a guy who was ultimately at one time a pretty nice dude.
Yeah.
Raiden for the win.
Oh, yeah.
The finals.
That is definitely, even though it's Final Four, that's definitely an upset.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough one. You could have put Scorpion in that same spot and it would have been just as tough.
Yeah.
Any of the originals from Mortal Kombat, Katana.
Yeah.
Next up, the last Final Four match. Who's going up against Raiden from Mortal Kombat? Bomberman or Little Mac?
Ooh, Little Mac. Little Mac dropping the uppercut bombs, TKO in the 3rd round. Bomberman can't get his ass up. He's out.
Yeah, it's true. It's clearly just a master of martial combat, and an inspiration to everyone everywhere, basically in any situation. Like part of me sees actually Bomberman blowing himself up in this fight somehow, and Little Mac just kind of standing there, still ready to go.
Yeah.
All right, so Little Mac it is. I was going to go Bomberman here, but Little Mac is not.
If you told me the finals was going to be Raiden versus Little Mac, I would have told you you're crazy. So I think we've done some good work here.
We have done the Lord's work, and we have done it well.
It was not easy. We did it for y'all.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you didn't have to.
We have Raiden versus Little Mac in the finals.
Ugh. I can only, Little Mac can only punch his little heart so many times before eventually it gets taken out by a tremendous bolt of thunder and lightning. I am going with the Raiden. He's a freaking god. I'm going with Raiden for the win.
Yeah, and especially in video game evolution, Little Mac's seen a lot, but he's never seen a lightning bolt coming at his face. And he has no idea what to do with the likes of Raiden. I feel like somehow though, like Little Mac actually dies in this fight and is somehow resurrected as like Raiden's kid somehow. So he eventually becomes like Little Raiden, and he's a little trooper. He put up a good fight.
Yeah, he did.
Raiden is your champion.
Champion.
I was going to vote Raiden as well. I mean, when you look back, we all grew up in that age. The first Mortal Kombat games coming out, there were such big controversies. So you got the blood, you got the fatalities, and oh my God, think of the children. We've never seen this before. We all enjoyed it, whether we were supposed to or not.
Please think of the children.
What about the children?
So yes, Raiden is our first ever.
Yikes! What an upset!
Video game champion.
That's like South Carolina Tech going into the Sweet 16, going to the Elite 8, winning the whole shebang over Duke. South Carolina State. Oh, South Carolina State, whatever they are.
Or that year, Brad Stevens took Butler to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Do you think we chose Raiden out of fear?
I don't mess with God, Joe.
Yeah, part of me feels like I'm being watched.
Yeah, I don't mess with gods.
Like Kirby's got better things to do, but Raiden's like, "Did you say something?"
Poof.
I mean, we voted the Grim Reaper out. That's just the other side of the coin.
Yeah, we thwarted. Raiden. You can't mess with a god. That's all there is to it.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this show, everybody. Stay tuned. For the next time we do a bracket show. I mean, these are certainly a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's always good to talk these out. And this one wasn't about food, so we're not going out right after the show and, grabbing 50 bags of chips or something.
Yeah.
I know we all did after the last one.
Oh, God. That's too much.
Have we done candy yet?
Oh, I'd be on for the candy one.
We should do candy.
Should we save candy for Halloween?
Oh.
Yes, we'll save candy for Halloween.
Yes.
Maybe around Christmas time we can do a Christmas movies challenge.
Oh, I'm way into that.
I'm ready for that.
100%. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
So is Batman Returns.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. As we mentioned at the top of the show, we do have a Sunday sports show coming up. That should premiere July 10th. So at this point when it airs, that'll be 9 days away. We hope you tune in for that one. Until then, for me, the JFB, and the Grizz, have a good night, everyone.